St. Louis Cardinals are on the air. Now, St. Louis Cardinals baseball.
This is Harry Carey with Jack Buck and Jerry Gross from the beautiful new Busch Memorial Stadium. And boy, I tell you, this is some sight. Some 50,000 people on hand. It's turned out to be a lovely evening. Believe you me, if you're not here this evening, you're in for some treat when you do come. Because this is just about as magnificent an edifice as we've ever seen. The lineups again, for the Braves, Alou is in left. Gary Geiger in center. Henry Aaron in right. Joe Torre, the catcher. Lee Thomas, the St. Louis boy, at first. Eddie Matthews at third. Frank Bowling at second. Woody Woodward, the shortstop. And Wade Blassingame will be the pitcher. He has won one and he lost two. Earned run average not so good at .663, but it really doesn't mean anything with only a couple of games. For the Cardinals, Javier leads it off. Mike Shannon playing right field, bats second. Kurt Flood in center field. Orlando Cepeda, who got a roar, and boy, if the welcome of a home crowd means anything, Orlando ought to be busting with pride himself, because they really gave him a hand when his name was introduced. Cepeda's at first base. Charlie Smith hitting fifth at third base. Alex Johnson, the first man to hit the ball out of this park, by the way, in batting practice. Alex Johnson will be in left field. Tim Mccarver, the catcher. Jerry Buchak at shortstop. And Ray Washburn will be the pitcher. He's won one, lost two. Washburn taking his warm-up tosses. Well, here's Philippe Alou to lead off. First pitch, low and outside. Boy, this is such a beautiful sight. The first ball that was thrown by Washburn is being carried over now and going to be handed to Warren Giles, the president of the National League. Warren Giles, the president of the National League, who I guess has a souvenir cabinet, as so many other people do. And this is another memento of another brand new ballpark opened under his administration. 1 ball, no strikes. Philippe Alou, the hitter. The windup, the pitch on the way. Strike call, the fastball. That evens it up with a ball and a strike. An enthusiastic crowd. Boy, I hope we can reward them with a victory. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the windup, here's the pitch. A tap down the third base line, foul. 2 strikes and a ball. Philippe Alou hitting .289 with 6 homers and 13 runs batted in. I wonder if we'll ever catch a foul ball up here in this booth. Grover Riesinger coaching at third base, native St. Louis. It's like JoJo White at first base. Now the windup, here's the pitch on the way. The ground ball to Javier, to his left. He's got it over to first, easy out. A low roll to Javier, who threw him out. And only kind of takes a deep breath. There's a lot of tension in the air here tonight. A brand new ballpark, and it's just like a World Series game. Here's Gary Geiger. From Southern Illinois, used to be with the Cardinals as a pitcher, now an outfielder. Makes his home in Murfreesboro, Illinois. Left-handed batter, the pitch. Swung, bouncing ball, headed for right field. Javier can't reach it, it's a hit. Geiger, pull one on the ground, past Javier. Into right, just out of his reach, and here's Henry Aaron, who's hit 11 homers already. 22 runs batted in, batting .232. The senior class from Ash Grove, Missouri on hand at this historic event. There's a fan who attended a game at Sportsman's Park in 1906 and is here to see one in 1966. Luther Marcy from Chandlerville, Illinois. Here's a pitch low. Mccarver, the catcher. Boy, they didn't overlook a thing at this ballpark. You can see the top of the arch extending over the stands in left field. 1 ball, no strikes. What a sight this is. Now from the belt, the delivery. Foul back. Into the stand. I don't think this net is going to do us much good, but we're going to try. The announcer, Charlie Jones, is up here at this level rather than on the field. Yeah, we're going to need you need a glove instead of the net up here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Henry Aaron waiting. The stretch by Washburn. There's the pitch. High fly, deep center. Way back is Flood, but it'll be an easy out. He's under the ball. He's got it. Aaron fly deep to Flood in center. Here's Joe Torre now, the catcher. 8 homers and 16 RBI. Batting .309 for the year. The beautiful new Busch Memorial Stadium. Boy, the people who designed this have reason to be proud. Right-handed batter waiting, Joe Torre. Now the stretch and the hesitation. There's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle, off Washburn's leg. He's got a chance. He throws in time. He got him. Torre smashed one off Washburn's shin. He raced back behind the mound, picked it up, and threw him out. And it's no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the first. No score.
Beer? Busch. You can't say beer better than Busch. When it's time to take it easy, time for a beer, you can't say beer better than Busch. Because Busch is brewed the way beer was meant to be brewed, by Anheuser-Busch, the people who care as much about good beer as you do. So when it's time to take it easy, time for a beer, make it Busch. You can't say beer better.
So we go to the bottom of the first, and Wade Blasingame will face the Cardinals. And we see the Redbirds for the first time in their new home. Here's Javier to lead it off. Here's the windup now, the pitch to Javier. Ground ball up the middle, but the second baseman is there. He's got it. Bowling throws in time. He had him played perfectly. Javier bounced one up the middle, but Bowling was cheating to the right, as it were, was giving him all of right field to hit in, and threw him out. Here's Mike Shannon hitting .278 with 2 homers and 3 runs batted in. Boy, what a beautiful sight this is. The pitch to Shannon on the way. Fastball low and outside. 1 ball, no strike. Flood will be up there next. Shannon digs in. The pitch is on the way, and here it is. Outside again, ball 2. Right-handed batter digging in. A wind-up, the 2-0 pitch. Base hit in the left. Shannon singles sharply in the left field, and he's on there. That'll bring up Curt Flood. Mike Shannon ripped that ball hard in the left. So with a runner at first and 1 out, here's Flood. A real roar from the crowd for Flood. The runner at first is Shannon. Cepeda would be up there next. Now lead by Shannon, the pitch by Blasingame. High fastball, ball 1. He's been behind every hitter. 1 ball, no strikes. Charlie Jones, who you used to see down on the field level making the announcements, as batter and so forth, is now right to our left here at the same level with the press and the radio and the TV. 1 ball, no strikes. A runner at first, 1 away. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. A tap right in front of the plate. The place to first, they get him. But Shannon is safe at second. Torrey throws out. Kurt Flood. Here's Cepeda now. What a hand, huh? And if he should happen to pop one right now. Right-handed batter up there. And there's Blasingame getting set. The stretch. And now the pitch on the way, and here it is. High fly ball to right. It's going to be caught. Short right. Henry Aaron is there under the ball, and he has it. Cepeda flat out to Aaron. So it's no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And at the end of 1, no score.
Beer? Busch. You can't say beer. Better than Busch. When it's time to take it easy, time for a beer, you can't say beer. Better than Busch. Because Busch is brewed the way beer was meant to be brewed, with patience and pride, by Anheuser-Busch, the people who care as much about good beer as you do. So, when it's time to take it easy, get all the satisfaction a cold glass of beer can give you. Beer, Busch. You can't say beer better.
Here is the first man up, and Washburn's pitch, fouled back. Lee Thomas, the St. Louis boy. Thomas is hitting .210. One improvement I'm sure that they'll make here is in the public address system, which is not yet functioning 100%. There's a fly ball to center. Flood coming in. He's there. He has it. Thomas flied to Flood. That'll bring up Eddie Matthews. Away to a slow start, veteran third baseman. Hitting .170 with 1 homer and 5 RBI. Matthews will be 35 years old. Hit 32 homers last year. Big, powerful left-hand batter. 1 out and nobody off. There's Washburn's pitch. It's a fastball high and outside. 1 ball, no strike. Each team has had a hit. Eddie Matthews, the batter. Charlie Smith plays him wide at third base. Now the line. There's the pitch, and it's a strike. A good fastball in there. Evens it up with a ball and a strike. Washburn against Blasingame tonight. There's the pitch on the way. Hot shot foul outside first base. And the count, 2 strikes and a ball. Largest crowd ever to see a Cardinal game was 45,770. 1931, that's when all the people were on the field and the record for doubles was established. There's the pitch. Strike 3 call. A slow curve, and Matthews is out on strike. Washburn really changed up on him. And here's Bowling now, hitting .125. No homers and no RBI. Frank Bowling. Looking ahead, the Cardinals in their second will have Charlie Smith, Alex Johnson, and Tim Mccarver coming up. Right-handed batter waiting. There's the pitch. Into the wind, and here's the pitch. Tap right back to the mound. Washburn's got it over to first. Easy out. So it's 1-2-3, nothing across. We go into the bottom of the second. No score.
Big cars. Small cars. Long cars. Short cars. If cars could sing, they'd get together at their DX station for a little harmonizing. While they might try a new song, they'd wind up singing the praises of their one and only DX Super Boron gasoline. Cars are partial to Super Boron because it gives them cleaner engines, smoother firepower, extra mileage. Yes, Super Boron does great things to keep a quartet in tune. Some of our best customers are cars because they can get Super Boron only at the DX Diamond. No wonder Sunray DX is the oil company known by the customers we keep in perfect harmony.
Well, we go in the bottom of the second. Here's Charlie Smith to lead it off. Smith hitting .357. Skip Carey, you're just beautiful. What would I do without you? A wind-up, and here's the pitch. And there's a strike at the knee. Charlie Smith, the hitter. 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Now Wade Blassingame gets ready. Now the delivery. Slow ball hit on the ground. Woodward's got it over to first in time. Fooled him with a change of pace that time. And Smith rolled out to Woody Woodward. 1 away. Alex Johnson steps up, hitting .192 with 2 homers and 6 RBI. Lou Brock, who's been in a hitting slump, being rested tonight. Just a temporary thing, hoping to break the luck, as it were. Here's the pitch. He had a cut at a fastball, and he fouled it back. Alex Johnson, in batting practice, became the first man to hit the ball out of the park. He drilled one high into the left center field stand. 1 strike and no balls, 1 out and nobody on. Blassingame delivers, and here's the pitch. A tap right back to the mound. Blassingame's got it over to first. He's out. Johnson completely fooled on a change of pace that time. So that's 2 gone. And here is Tim Mccarver batting .197 with 1 homer and 10 RBI. Detroit at Cleveland rained out. Minnesota leads the Yankees 4-3 at the end of 7. Baltimore leads the White Sox 3-1 at the end of 4. Washington and California later. Here's the pitch to Tim. Popped up. In foul territory is Joe Torre. He's got it. So Mccarver fouled to Torre. And it's 1-2-3, nothing across. At the end of 2, the Cardinals nothing. Atlanta nothing.
Well, next time you have a party and you're going to serve beer, Busch is the beer for you. Because you can't say beer better than Busch. And Busch, in handy, no deposit, no return bottles, is a party time favorite. These space savers store easily in the refrigerator, hold 12 full ounces, and cool fast. So let the gang get all the satisfaction ice-cold beer can give them by buying Busch in handy, no deposit, no return bottles. You'll enjoy the convenience and the price, and your guests will enjoy the Busch.
We go to the top of the 3rd, and Woody Woodward, the shortstop, hitting .245, playing a good game defensively. Woodward, with no homers and 4 RBIs, will lead it on. Lives in Miami. There he bunts, and it's a beauty. Cepeda's going to have to field it. The pitcher covers. He's out on a good play from Cepeda to Washburn. Orlando got a good break on that. And his experience as a first baseman came in handy. That's a play you see a first baseman undecided on sometimes and not sure whether he should cover first or field the bunt. And by that time, it's too late. In this case, he fielded the bunt quickly, and he fed the pitcher perfectly. 1 out. Here's Wade Blasingame, a real good hitter. One of the best hitting pitchers in baseball. Strike call, fastball. Blasingame has had 3 out of 6 so far this season. We're in the top of the third, no score. The pitch. Curve low and inside. That evens it up, a ball and a strike. Ray Washburn. Gets a signal. Ray had the distinction of and the honor of pitching this first game. Popped up behind second. Javier goes out. He's calling for it, and he has it. Here's Philippe Alou with 2 out. The pitch. Curveball outside. They just flashed on the board that he is celebrating his birthday today, his 31st. A great athlete, a fine ball player. The windup by Washburn, the pitch. Ground ball to short. Big hop to Buchek. Over to first. In time. And that's another easy inning. 1-2-3, nothing across. We go into the bottom of the third. No score. Well, everything is just absolutely beautiful, but we need some runs. And the first man up there will be Jerry Buchek. Buchek hitting .222. Bottom of the third, no score. Now the pitch. Base hit! He hung a curveball, and Buchek lines a single to center. And boy, that helps, because that gives Washburn a chance now to move him along. Now Washburn up there. Blasingame gets ready. Buchek a lead. The pitch. He burns, but foul. And boy, was the first baseman, Lee Thomas, ever charging. Lee Thomas, who makes his home here in St. Louis, was born in Peoria. He was in position to shake hands with Washburn before he bunted the ball. That's how rank he charged him. Let's see what happens this time. Buchek a lead. The stretch by Blasingame. Here he comes again charging. The pitch bunted, but he missed. There was nobody to throw to. Torrey would have had Buchek a mile off the bag. But Jerry knew that with Thomas charging, the second baseman was within range. So now Washburn's in the hole. 2 strikes, no ball. There's a lead by Buchek. The pitch to Washburn. Struck him out. And the inability to advance him kind of hurt that time. Julian Javier steps up. Holy hits these left-handers. Straddles a plate wide and waits. Ball game in the third. The pitch by Blasingame. Popped up. That'll be easy, maybe. Yep, Thomas is there now, and he has it. So Javier fouled to Thomas, and here's Shannon, who singled his first time. Shannon pumped a couple into the seats. Mike's had 2 homers and 3 RBIs. Batting .278. Now to stretch. The pitch to Shannon. He had a cut at a bad curveball into the dirt. Strike 1. 1 strike, no ball. What do you think, Jerry?
I think this is a great stadium, and I know in talking with August Busch before the ball game, Harry, he's like a kid with a new toy. He thinks this is something, and the crowd is amazing. And he told Curt Flood before the ball game, let's give him the devil, Curt, and win the ball game.
Now the stretch by Blasingame. There's the pitch. Line drive, right field, base hit. It might roll deep enough for a run. Busch is around the third. Here he comes. He's going to try it. Here's Shannon going to third. 1-0 Cardinals. Mike Shannon ripped one into the right field corner, and Busch came all the way around to score. And the Cardinals lead 1-0. And now Shannon has a single and a triple so far. I guess he likes this new ballpark better than anybody. Here's Flood. 2 out, a runner at third. Here's Blasingame's pitch. Low inside. Shannon hit a home run in Chicago in his last time at bat. Single his first time tonight, triple his second time. On his last 3 trips, he's homered, singled, and tripled in that order. There's the pitch. Base hit! Another run is in. Flood singles to left, and the Cardinals lead 2-0. Mike Shannon being congratulated. His 2-out triples would open the gates. And here's Cepeda. It all happened with 2 out and a runner at first. Shannon tripled and Flood singled. Again, Orlando gets a roar from the crowd. Oh, would they like to see him hit one here. There's the stretch. The pitch by Blasingame. Curve into the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Cepeda flied out to right his first time up. That RBI for Flood was his 20th of the year. He leads the Cardinal team. 2-0 Cardinal. There's the stretch. Now the pitch. Inside fastball, ball 2. Well, Ralph Houck's Yankees lost their first under his managing. The Twins beat the Yankees 4-3. 2 balls, no strike. Cepeda waiting. Now Wade Blasingame gets ready, and Cepeda steps out of the batter's box. There's the stretch. And the pitch. Ball 3 is low. 3 balls, no strikes. And they might turn him loose here with 2 out. With 3 balls, no strikes, don't be surprised if he takes a cut. 3 balls, no strikes. There's the stretch. There's the pitch. He did have the cut, but he fouled it back. And what a swing. Do you hear the ooh in the eye of the crowd? This guy just exudes color. Because he's a hitter. He came up there to bang that ball. He's no Punch and Judy. 3 balls and a strike. There's the stretch. There's the pitch. There it goes if it stays fair. Foul ball. Holy cow. The crowd just got its money's worth even though it doesn't count. Listen to him. Oh, brother. But a twisted foul, a line smash. 3-2 pitch now. Flood will be going. Throw over to first. He's back. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 in. Cepeda the batter. There's the stretch. And the pitch. Strike 3, fooled him with a curveball. Cepeda was caught out on strikes. And so it's 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors and 1 left. And at the end of 3, St. Louis 2, Atlanta nothing.
Pitchers warm up in the bullpen before going into the game. If your career has been confined to the bullpen, if you feel like you're on the warm-up squad at work, here's your chance to get into action at McDonnell Aircraft in St. Louis. McDonnell's future is evident in the headline-making strides they have taken in the spacecraft, aircraft, electronics, and automation fields. Wide-ranging programs open advancement opportunities for degree-holding scientists, mathematicians, engineers, and physicists with or without experience. If you would like to perfect space procedures that will be followed for decades to come, to develop advanced fighter aircraft, automation, or electronic systems, McDonnell has an assignment for you.
For an immediate confidential review of your opportunities at McDonnell, send your resume to McDonnell Professional Employment, Box 14108, St. Louis, Missouri, a Plans for Progress and Equal Opportunity employer.
We go into the fourth inning of the game. Harry forgot to take his net with him. The Cardinals are out in front 2-0, and Ray Washburn has been staked to a 2-run lead, has the better of it over Wade Blassingame so far. We go into the Milwaukee fourth, and their leadoff hitter is Gary Geiger, who has the only hit off of Washburn. He's single to right his first time up. They play him to pull. And Washburn's first one in the fourth is high and almost went over the head of Mccarver. Jerry Gross, the fans are still buzzing, and I think they're buzzing about the foul ball that Cepeda hit.
Jack, you talk about a frozen rope. He really kissed it. And I don't know if anybody got in the way of it, but the ball was still going up as it hit beyond the 330-foot mark foul.
Next one to Geiger is a strike at the letters. That makes it 1-1. We're in the fourth. Cardinals and the Braves meeting for the first time. There's a pop fly which may drop. Shannon coming in, and he can't get it, knocks it down. Geiger's going to get a double. Shannon tried for the ball, but it was a sinker that fell in front of him. And Geiger sprinted into second base without a play to start the fourth. And it brings up Hank Aaron, who with one swing of the bat could nullify what Buschek, Shannon, and Flood did. Aaron flied to center field his first time up. So Gary Geiger is 2 for 2. Geiger is from Murfreesboro, Illinois, and I imagine a few of his friends are on hand here at the ballpark. Washburn has to pitch to Aaron, and boy, they really play him way around to pull. Johnson in the left field corner and Flood very deep in left center. Washburn off the stretch. Delivers to Henry, and it's a curve outside, ball one. They've got Aaron, Torrey, and Thomas coming up, and Washburn has his work cut out for him here in the fourth. Ray blows into that pitching hand, which is a peculiarity of his. Checks the runner, fires, and a curve misses outside again, and that's ball two. Aaron checking for the hit or take. The coach doesn't even look at him, because you know he'll be pumping. Geiger at second and nobody out. Washburn delivers to Aaron, and it's ball three outside. Keeping the ball away from Henry, and he's behind him 3-0, and Aaron may be swinging on this pitch. Aaron is swinging a hot bat. A low batting average of .232, but he has 11 homers and 22 runs batted in. 3-0 the count. It's ball four low outside. Washburn walks his first man, puts the tying run on. Nobody out, and it brings up Joe Torrey, the catcher. Catcher Torrey. We won't tell that old story here tonight. First and second and nobody out, and Washburn finds himself in a jam. He was given a 2-run lead, and immediately he's backed against the wall. Cardinal infield hoping for that double play ball. Torrey takes ball one low outside. And Washburn has hit a streak. And it's not a good one. The bullpen stirs. Someone's going to get up and start to throw. Looks like Tracy Stellard from long range. The runners lead away. The pitch is made. The ground ball to Javier. Throws to second. Safe there. Out at first. Safe at second base was Hank Aaron. And Torrey was out at first. Geiger raced to third. Aaron down to second. And Javier made a try for him. Flipped the ball to Buschek. Aaron seems to be shaken up a little bit. No, he's all right. He was strolling around down there at second base. So Torrey is out from Javier to Buschek to Cepeda. The tying runs are on at second and third, and the left-handed batter Lee Thomas is up there. He flied to center his first time, and the Cardinal infield is playing back. They'll give the run on the ground ball. The base hit would tie it. Full windup, first pitch, Thomas inside, almost hit him, ball one. Lee has hit 6 home runs, has a .210 batting average. The next one to Thomas, swung on, and a fly ball to very deep center. Flood will catch it, and 1 run will score, and Aaron tags up and heads for third. He makes it as the ball is cut off by Buschek, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Lee Thomas drives in his 15th run of the year with a sacrifice fly to deep center to Flood. Geiger scored, and Aaron advanced to third. The tying run is there with 2 out now. Well, a big play in this inning, and hence in the ball game, was when the Braves started the runners on the 3-2 pitch, and it prevented the Cardinals from making the double play. For that fly ball would have ended the inning. Instead, he has to pitch to Matthews. He struck out his first time. There's a shot to right. Shannon way back. Near the wall. He's got it. Matthews hit the ball right on the nose and how. And he lined out to Shannon in the right field corner. That ball would have been off the screen at the old ballpark, but here it was caught for the third out. The Braves get 1 on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left. The Cardinals come to bat in their 4th. They lead the Braves 2-1.
If you were to tour the Anheuser-Busch Brewery in St. Louis, you'd see why Busch is the best popular priced beer in America. The cold storage vault, where Busch protects the delicate flavor of its costly choice hops. A brew kettle, being drawn off at just the precise moment. Timing is critical in brewing, and Busch is brewed to exacting timetables. The lagering room. It's quiet, and so is Busch, coming to life slowly and naturally. And our hospitality room, where you can enjoy a cold glass of Busch, the best popular priced beer in America, and we can prove it. Just visit our brewery.
It's the Cardinal 4th, and it's Charlie Smith leading off against the left-hander Wade Blassingame, who has reached for 2 runs and 3 hits in the Cardinal 3rd. Smith, his first time up, grounded out. Takes a ball inside. Charlie's batting .357. The Cardinals trying to make the evening complete for these thousands who have turned out by gaining the victory. And they lead 2-1. The next one to Smith is swung on and a high fly ball to center. It should be caught by Gary Geiger, who waits. Boy, that was a mile high, and he's got it. Smith fly to center field. There's 1 out. Alex Johnson comes up. He tapped back to the mound his first time. Blassingame fed him a steady diet of off-speed pitches his first time up. Alex batting .192. Ball inside. Blassingame started him with a curve. Lou Brock is riding the bench tonight with a left-hander on the mound. May get into the ball game before it's all over. Change of pace, fly ball, right center. Second baseman backs out. Aaron comes in. Aaron makes the catch. Johnson fly to Hank Aaron in short right center for the second out in the Cardinal 4th. The Phillies lead the Dodgers by the score of 5-1 at the end of 5. Bunning against Perinoski, who relieved Drysdale. Lefevre has a homer for the Dodgers, and Grote has one with a man on for the Phillies, who lead 5-1 at the end of 5. Houston and New York rained out. Chicago and Cincinnati an open date. Marshall and the Giants lead the Pirates 2-0 in the bottom of the 7th at Pittsburgh. It's Veal on the mound for Pittsburgh, and Marshall looking for his 7th win of the year. Tim Mccarver's up with 2 out. Ball 1. Those Giants have won 10 in a row. They're looking for their 11th consecutive victory, and they've got Marshall staked to a 2-0 lead in the 7th, and he's looking for victory number 7. Jim Hart had a home run in the game for San Francisco. With 2 gone, Mccarver swings and pops up into short left. Left fielder got a late start on it, now comes in, and Alou makes the catch. Philippe didn't pick that ball up right away, got a late jump on it, but came in, and each outfielder had a chance as the Cardinals went down in order in the 4th. At the end of 4, the Cardinals lead Atlanta 2-1. It will be the bottom 3 in the Braves batting order as we go into the 5th. Bowling, Woodward, and Blasingame. The Cardinals lead 2-1. They about hit, I almost said Milwaukee. Atlanta 4-2. And Bowling, who was thrown out by Washburn his first time up, leads off. Batting 125 and flies out to center field if Flood can catch it. He comes in and he waits, circles under the ball, and makes the catch. Evidently, that ball was moving. The wind was drifting that ball a little bit because Flood had to change his position a couple of times. There's 1 out. Woody Woodward, the shortstop, a right-handed batter, is up now. He tried to bunt his way on the first time and was retired. The pitch to Woodward. Fly ball to right. Shannon has to go back. It was well hit. He's still going back, and he makes the catch. Boy, that Shannon really looks good in that outfield. He had a home run Sunday. He had a home run Tuesday. He's had a single and a triple tonight. And let's hope it's for real, because there aren't many better outfielders in the game. And it looks good to see him in the lineup. The pitcher Blasingame is up. He throws left, bats left, and swings the bat rather well. Popped out his first time up, taps one back to Washburn. Flips the bat up in the air as Washburn throws him out. And the Braves go down in order. Nothing doing in the top of the 5th. The Cardinals come to bat in their 5th, and they lead Atlanta 2-1.
The heat's on, but don't sweat it. Cool it with Busch. One more time. Busch, the best popular priced beer in America. Have a glass. Or visit our St. Louis brewery, and we will prove it.
Blasingame on the year is 1-2 as an earned run average of 6.63. Nicknamed the Blazer, obviously in reference to his fastball as a youngster. Matthews even with the bag at third. The pitch to Buschek is a breaking ball, looked like a slider, inside and low, and the count is 1-1. And on the scoreboard in left center field, it says Busch. It might be, it could be, it is. Blasingame with a count of 1-1. Jerry Buschek, the hitter, and the pitch is swung on and fouled up and back, and again it goes out of play. 2-1 ball game in the event you just joined us, and the fans get a hoop and a holler as that souvenir goes in. And if you want to look ahead even further, as Jack told you, Friday night it'll be Jackson against Johnson. Saturday it'll be Gibson against LeMaster. And the closing ball game Sunday, Bryles against Cloninger. The 1-2 pitch to Buschek is fastball in there. Strike 3 called. Hit the inside corner right around the knees, and Buschek is registered as the 3rd strikeout for Wade Blassingame here in the 5th. Washburn, who struck out after he tried unsuccessfully on 2 occasions to move Buschek across. That was the first out in the 3rd. The Braves, when they came back with their run, it was in the 4th as Thomas, with a sacrifice fly, drove in Geiger. So Blassingame, with 1 out here in the last of the 5th inning, pitches, and Ray Washburn swings and hits a chop to the right side to Lee Thomas. Lee is up with it and runs to the bag for the 2nd out here in the 5th. Busch happy to bring it to you wherever you may be. We have 2 outs here in the 5th inning. The Cardinals leading 2-1. Blassingame last worked 2 innings a couple of days ago against Cincinnati. In a relief role, didn't give any runs up, allowed 2 hits. He has not gone past the 6th inning this year. And in that ball game, he was a victor in the first of a doubleheader against New York. Bobby Bragan looking for that consistent 4th starter. The pitch swung on, hit to the left side. Matthews can't get it, but up with it at shortstop. Woodward throws in time on a good play by Woody, and that retires the side here in the 5th inning. So Woodward throws out Javier going into the hole, and it's no runs, no hits, and no errors. And at the end of 5, the score remains the Cardinals 2 and the Atlanta Braves 1.
The alpha amylase in the malt should be between 33 and 45.
There are over 21 rigid specifications that malting barley must meet before it will be acceptable for the brewing of Busch.
The barley used for processing shall be bright and sound, the flavor clean and mellow. The barley used for processing...
The grain must be just right, not too moist or too dry, but just right for the brewing of Busch.
The malt moisture on receipt of shipment shall not exceed 4.5%. The bushel weight of the malt shall not...
The flavor of a beer can't be better than its ingredients. That's why we pay premium prices to get the best for Busch. If barley doesn't meet our standards, it just isn't used.
Shipments failing to meet these requirements will be returned. The malt shall
We go to a lot of trouble and expense to get the finest barley for Busch, but it's worth it. It makes a smoother, better-tasting beer, a more refreshing beer. Busch, the best popular-priced beer in America,
100 barrels
and we can prove it.
Well cleaned, the 2-row and 6-row barley used in steeping should be...
We go to the 6th inning of the ball game now, with the Cardinals still leading 2-1. They've out-hit Atlanta 4-2. And Ray Washburn on the mound has retired 6 men in a row. Had an earlier streak of 8 men in a row that he set down. And Philippe Alou leads off. He's the leadoff hitter for these Braves, and he's 0 for 2 in the ball game. A right-handed batter who's blasted 6 homers already this season, and the first pitch is swung on, and it's hit way back, and it may be gone. And it is the first home run in the new ballpark. Alou hit one beyond the 386 mark for his 7th home run of the year, and it ties the ball game here in the 6th inning. Alou really ripped one, and it got over that 10-foot, 6-inch wall in a hurry. And Philippe Alou gets the honor of hitting the first home run in this ballpark and also ties the game here in the 6th. The batter is Gary Geiger, a left-handed hitter who already has 2 hits in the ball game, a single, a double, and a run scored. That was the 3rd Braves hit. A leadoff home run by Alou, his 7th home run of the season, ties the game. And now Geiger bunts foul down the 3rd baseline to even it up 1-1. The Commissioner of Baseball, General William Eckert, is at our microphone. General, good to see you again. And thank you very much for joining us here in St. Louis and on the broadcast.
It's good to be with you again, and I'm certainly delighted to be here in this fantastically beautiful, built-for-the-fans stadium.
They've had you on the go. I read of you being here and there. You ought to be getting paid by the mile.
That would be good. Well, I'm just very happy to get around and see all these good folks in baseball and those who are so interested in it.
Gary Geiger's at the plate with nobody on or out, and he takes a pitch low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. I know you can't out and out say that we have the nicest stadium in the country, but do we?
I think the stadium is tops, and I can honestly say that it incorporates all of the finest features I've seen in any of the other stadiums.
Geiger rips one down into the right field corner, and he goes for a double here with nobody out. He gets his 3rd hit of the ball game, his 2nd 2-base hit, and now the Braves, who have just tied the game on a lose homer, have the lead run at 2nd base with nobody out, and Aaron, Torrey, and Thomas coming up, and the Cardinal bullpen starts to work once again. Mccarver goes to the mound to talk to Washburn, who angrily slams the rosin bag down. Geiger is 3 for 3 tonight, and that evens up the hits at 4 apiece. Hank Aaron, who is flat out and walked, comes up trying to put the Braves out in front. Commissioner, thanks again for coming to St. Louis to help us with this inaugural here this evening.
Well, thank you kindly. I'm delighted to be here. It's always good to return to your great city.
Hank Aaron swings and misses at a fastball in on him, strike 1, and Washburn really has to go to work here or relinquish the lead to the Braves. Washburn checks the runner. The pitch is a curve and a tap, a tough play for Charlie Smith. He's in, over, up, and throws as the other runner advances to 3rd. Gary Geiger goes to 3rd as Aaron is thrown out by Charlie Smith. And now it's Joe Torrey at the plate. Gary Geiger has 3 of the 4 hits that Washburn has allowed, a single and 2 doubles. Now the Cardinal infield has to come in with the score tied here in the 6th inning. Gary Geiger at 3rd base is fast and a good base runner. Washburn takes a full windup and pitches to Torrey. A fly ball into right. Foul ball. Shannon chases over there. It goes out of play. And Washburn is out in front of the hitter. Torrey was going the other way with Washburn. Joe is 0 for 2 in the game. He's had 6 home runs. Lou got his 7th here tonight and became the first to propel one out of here as he hit it beyond the 386 mark in left center to tie the game moments ago. Torrey goes to the dugout for a new bat. The Cardinal dugout is located down the 1st baseline, whereas it used to be down the 3rd baseline at the other park. And the visitors occupy the 3rd base dugout. A runner at 3rd with 1 gone. Washburn blowing into that pitching hand. Now winds and fires, and down he goes. Torrey was decked by a pitch high and tight. That evens it at 1-1. Smith, Buschek, Javier, and Cepeda playing in. The 1-1 pitch is on the way, and a foul out of play into the right field seats. And that's strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. The outfield straightaway and deep for Torrey, who has power. Geiger, the runner at 3rd with 1 out. The Braves trying to get out in front for the first time. Washburn has him set up, but there's a ground ball to Javier. The runner stays at 3rd. Torrey's out at 1st, 2 out. And Washburn may get out of the inning with only the 1 run being scored. It'll be up to Lee Thomas. The Cardinal infield was in. Torrey hit the ball sharply on 1 hop to Javier. Hooley threw him out, and Geiger had no chance to go. Now he's at 3rd with 2 out, and Thomas, who twice has flied to center, once driving in a run, is a big man in the ball game for the Braves. Thomas hitting .210. But with 6 homers. Infield now back, of course, with 2 men out. And Washburn delivers to Lee Thomas, and it's a strike called, a good fastball. The Dodgers did not score in the 8th. The Phillies still lead them 5-1. Washburn checks the runner at third and delivers to Thomas, and it's a strike called. A good moving fastball. Thomas thought the ball was coming in on him. It tailed over the plate for a called strike 2. Geiger was at second base with nobody out. He's at third with 2 out. The ball game tied 2-2 in the 6th inning, and Washburn way out in front of the hitter, 0-2. He delivers to Thomas, and it's a ground ball down the first base line to Cepeda. In, up, steps on the bag, and the inning is over. A little tap to Cepeda. And Lee Thomas is retired, and the Braves leave the tie-breaking run on. They get a run on a lose homer, 2 hits, no errors and 1 left. The Cardinals come to bat in the 6th, tied with Atlanta, 2-2.
Some dark night you'll meet the unexpected. A chuck hole in the street, a broken bottle, a sudden turn. What could happen if you meet it when your windshield and headlights are dirty? Will you see it? And will you be able to stop? Your DX dealer anticipates the unexpected. He cleans your windshield and your lights. Not a big deal on a bright sunny morning. But some dark night, it might be. Sunray DX, known by the customers we keep.
Paper plates, bread, milk, orange. Taking inventory at a DX Travel Mart isn't much fun. But here's a place to pick up the things you forgot or need. And at the same time, have your car serviced.
Playing cards, postcards, soccer.
Wherever you travel in the Midwest, you're never far from a DX Travel Mart. Look for the Travel Mart sign. Another reason why Sunray DX is the oil company known by the customers we keep.
Charcoal, cheese.
Mike Shannon, who got a single in the 1st inning and then tripled in a run with 2 men out in the 3rd, driving in the 1st run of this ball game, leads off. Mike later scored on Flood's base hit. He's 2 for 2, and Blassingame's first one is in on him and made him skip the rope to get out of the way. Blassingame threw at him. He threw at his tootsies, and Shannon had to pick him up. It'll be Shannon, Flood, and Cepeda in this 6th inning. A 2-2 ball game, a well-played game, a fast-moving contest, which this capacity crowd has enjoyed. Shannon trying to get on base for the 3rd time tonight. Single to left his first time, triple into the right field corner his next time. And he holds up on a half swing, ball 2. He started to go on a high one, held up, ball 2. Blassingame, who usually hits a wild streak during the course of most of the games he works, has walked none, fanned 3. The 2-0 pitch to Shannon. A high fly ball to left. Alou waits for it. Under it. He has it. Shannon fly to left to start the 6th. 1 gone. Here's Flood. Flood has a single out of 2 trips. He drove in a run tonight, marking the 20th run batted in for the season for him. He's hit 3 homers. Well, we know now who hit the first home run. Who's going to be the first Cardinal to hit one? Ball 1 to Flood. Our accommodations here for radio broadcasting are exquisite at the new stadium. Flood takes ball 2 high inside. Same applies for the television people, the photographers, the press. Everything is first rate and first class at the ballpark, with one exception. The flagpole is right in front of the scoreboard, and you can't see the runs total from this area of the ballpark on that particular scoreboard. There's an auxiliary scoreboard. 2-0 to Flood. The pitch is on the way. Ground ball to short. Up with it, Woodward. And he throws him out. The ball was sharply hit to the left of Woodward, who made the play. He's made a couple of good plays tonight. That was one, and there are 2 men out. Here's Cepeda. All night long, and Cepeda has been up there twice. The fans have been imploring Orlando to get a hold of one, and this would be an ideal spot with the ball game tied 2-2 in the 6th. 2 out and nobody on. Cepeda, 4 homers for the year. Swings and a high pop-up. He was fooled, and he'll be retired. Lee Thomas, the first baseman, under a fair ball. He's got it. Cepeda popped out. The Cardinals go down in order. 3, 6, 9, 10 in a row. Retired by Blasingame, and at the end of 6, we're still tied 2-2.
Stan Musial once said his greatest thrill in baseball was just putting on the Cardinals uniform. To Stan, this was a symbol of achievement. There's another St. Louis symbol that stands for the same kind of achievement, the A and Eagle of Anheuser-Busch, brewers of Busch beer. This symbol stands for more than a century of brewing skill and superiority. No wonder Busch is the best popular-priced beer in America. It tastes better because it's brewed better. Busch, best popular-priced beer in America. Pour a glass. Or visit the Anheuser-Busch Brewery in St. Louis, and we will prove it.
It will be Matthews, Bowling, and Woodward against Washburn in the 7th. If anybody gets on, the pitcher will come up. Blasingame. Washburn starts to work. Pitches to Matthews, and it's a strike call. Matthews struck out and lined out to Shannon and right. Shannon playing right tonight. Alex Johnson playing left. Flood pulled way around in right center with Eddie Matthews up there. He's hit 1 home run so far this year, and he swings and misses a curveball by plenty. And looked bad in so doing. Strike 2. Washburn changed up, took something off a curveball, and he's way out in front of the leadoff hitter in the 7th inning. He goes to work again, and a fastball is hit foul off to the right, fielded by JoJo White, the first base coach. It's still strike 2. Well, I wonder how long it'll take this crowd to get out of here tonight. Some of them may be left over for tomorrow's game. The windup by Washburn and the pitch to Matthews, and a base hit to right. Shannon up with the ball, and Matthews is safely on. Mccarver had moved way to the outside part of the plate. Washburn was ahead of the hitter, 0-2, but Ray didn't get the pitch where he wanted it, and Matthews singled to right to start the 7th. In 3 out of the last 4 innings, the Braves have put that leadoff man on. The batter is Bowling. He's a good hit-and-run man. He can hit the ball to the opposite field. And Matthews can still run. He leads off first. Bowling is going to bunt. He does to Cepeda. The play goes to first. To Javier covering for the out. So they sacrifice. Matthews down to second with 1 gone. Woodward is the batter. He's 0 for 2. Hit the ball very well his last time up. A fly deep to Shannon and right. Evidently, Blasingame will bat for himself no matter. Woodward chokes up on that bat. He's hitting .245. Matthews, the runner at second, 1 out. Washburn in a spot. The pitch is a strike call. There was a slider cut the outside corner. This place will be jumping again all weekend, tomorrow night, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon, and of course on the 12th of July when the All-Star game is played here. And the fans around the nation get a look at this beautiful stadium. The pitch to Woodward. In there, called strike, a fastball, strike 2. Well, that's where he had Matthews, and he let Eddie get off the hook. Now he's out in front of Woodward. Runner at second, 1 out. Washburn checks the runner Matthews. Pitches to Woodward outside and low, ball 1. So far, the only final of the evening. 4-3, Minnesota beat the Yankees. Detroit and Cleveland were rained out. Washington and California later. Boston and Kansas City not scheduled. Baltimore trails the White Sox 5-3, 7th inning. The pitch to Woodward and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. A big strikeout as Woodward fans, only the second strikeout for Washburn in the game. And the pitcher Blasingame comes up to try to put himself out in front. And he gets occasional hits, Blasingame does. 2 out, a runner at second. In the Cardinals' 7th inning, it'll be Smith, Johnson, and Mccarver. Leadoff single by Matthews. He's now at second with 2 out here in the 7th. The Braves have out hit the Cardinals 5-4, and we're tied 2-2. Blasingame waiting. The pitch is a tap out in front of the plate. Mccarver gets it and throws, and he's out, and the inning is over. The ball was in on Blasingame, and he tried to duck it. It hit the bat, went fair down the third baseline, and Mccarver to Cepeda retires the side, and we still have a tie game. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. 4 stranded for the Braves in the game, and now it's 7th inning stretch time at Busch Memorial Stadium for the first time. And here's the score. The Braves 2, the Cardinals 2.
Behind this door lies one of the reasons why Busch is the best popular priced beer in America. This is a special refrigerated room where we store our choice hops at a constant 40 degrees to keep them fresh. Freshness is important because hops are actually flowers. Wet one, blow on it, and it comes back to life, looking something like a soft little green pine cone. Hops give beer its clean edge, its refreshing taste. Rub the flowers with your hands. You can smell the fresh beer flavor. And the beer flavor can't be better than the ingredients that go into it. That's why we use the choicest hops in Busch, the best popular priced beer in America. Visit our St. Louis brewery, and we'll prove it.
We're going to the Cardinals' 7th inning. The Redbirds hitting against Wade Blasingame will send up Charlie Smith, Alex Johnson, and Tim McCarver in a tie contest, 2-2. The new scoreboard here, the one in the right center field section, features a little bird who flies all over that scoreboard during the 7th inning stretch, or whenever a Cardinal hits a home run and gets back on his perch atop a baseball, doffs his cap. It's quite an achievement and a real attraction. Here's Charlie Smith 0 for 2. Blasingame on the mound is retired 10 men in a row. Smith hits one up the middle, base hit, right through the legs of the pitcher, Blasingame. Smith hit one right between the feet of the Braves left-hander. He gets his first hit of the night. That evens the hits at 5 apiece and gives the Cardinals a chance to chase home the tie-breaking run here in the 7th as Alex Johnson steps in. He's 0 for 2. Alex batting 192 and hitless tonight. Tap back to the pitcher and fly to right. Smith the lead. They're looking for the bunt. He's going to bunt in the air, and it's foul and out of play. He bunted the ball foul back over the screen and into the seats. A 2-2 ball game. Who's going to break through? Who's going to get the big run? And will it be enough? We're in the 7th. Matthews is still in at third. Lee Thomas, the first baseman, is holding Charlie Smith and then dashing in with the delivery. The pitch, he's going to bunt again. He bunts foul, strike 2. Joe Torre, the catcher, caught that one off the fingers after it had been fouled. Strike 2. Or the Braves were really sure that Johnson was going to bunt. They were certainly charging. Strike 2, the count.
Checking a Dodger game. They're in the 9th inning now, and the Dodgers trail still 5-1. As Darrell Knowles, their fine left-handed reliever, is going to try and nail it down for Jim Bunning.
Here, Johnson is trying to advance the runner. He's going to swing. He takes it high. Ball 1. Gave no indication of bunting that time. Leadoff single by Charlie Smith in the 7th inning. This frame snapped a string. Blasingame had retired 10 in a row. Smith gets on, and Alex Johnson is trying to do something about it. He waits. To the belt, the left-hander pitches to Johnson, and a curve, a high fly ball to right. It's going to be caught by Hank Aaron for the first out. He's near the line, and he hauls it in. Smith gets back to first. Johnson went the other way, but flied out to Aaron. And Mccarver comes up looking for his first hit. How about that Giant game, Jerry? They haven't called it off yet, have they?
No, it's still in the 8th, going into the last of the 8th inning as the Giants came up with single runs in the 2nd, in the 4th, and in the 8th inning and lead Pittsburgh 3-0. They go for their 12th victory in their last 13 ball games. The Pirates may drop their 3rd in a row if the rain continues to come.
Mccarver up there. They give him a lot of hitting room in left center field. He oftentimes goes that way. Swings and taps it to the second baseman. The play will go to second, out there, and safe at first. No play at first. Mccarver forced Charlie Smith from bowling to Woodward. That's the second out, and it brings up Jerry Buchek. Buchek singled leading off in the 3rd and scored the first run of the ball game when Shannon tripled. Then Flood singled Shannon home, and it was 2-0 Cardinals. A leadoff double by Geiger led to a Braves run in the 4th. Thomas drove it home with a fly ball. Then Alou homered in the 6th. Buchek hits that long ball occasionally. Takes the pitch low, ball 1. He has no homers, 4 RBIs. A leadoff single, but now the man's at first with 2 out. It'll be the top of the batting order for the Braves in the 8th. Mccarver a safe lead at first with 2 out. Buchek fouls one at the feet of the catcher, Torre, who got hit again by a foul tip. I guess he's been hit about 5 times tonight. 1-1. So Washburn, with the 2 innings remaining, will still have to pitch to Alou, Geiger, Aaron, Torre, Thomas, and Matthews. No matter what the Cardinals do. We're tied 2-2. The 1-1 pitch to Buchek is on the way. Way high and a wild pitch. Sends Mccarver down to second base with a tie-breaking run, 2 out. A wild pitch. Torre got a glove on it but couldn't slow it down. And now the base hit by Buchek would likely put the Cardinals out in front. They're going to walk him, however, and pitch to Washburn. With a 2-ball, 1-strike count, the next 2 will be intentionally wide. It'll be the first pass issued by Blasingame, and it'll bring up Washburn with 2 on, 2 out. Phil Gagliano picks out a bat, and he's going to bat for Washburn. That's right. Gagliano is going to pinch hit for Ray Washburn, who cannot lose and could win if Phil delivers here in the 7th. I have no idea who the new pitcher is going to be. You can't tell from anywhere in the ballpark. Well, few people can. But certainly not from here. Washburn will leave after pitching 7 innings, allowing 2 runs and 5 hits, walking 1 and fanning 2. And the new Cardinal pitcher will have to work to the top of the Braves batting order in the 8th. What will the score be? Gagliano, the hitter. Batting for Washburn against the left-hander Blasingame. Mccarver at second, Buschek at first. The pitch is made, and Gagliano takes a ball. It popped out of the glove of the catcher, but no one could advance. Gagliano has had 3 out of 17. No homers, 1 RBI. They bring the Braves outfield in closer than they were. The pitch to Phil. On the way, he takes it in the dirt, blocked by Torrey. Ball 2. Torrey made sure that one didn't get by him. He went to his knees, blocked the ball, kept it out in front of him, and it's ball 2. And Phil may get a good ball to hit right here. Leadoff hitter Javier is on deck. The Braves bullpen goes to work now. 2 on, 2 out. The stretch, the runners lead away. Here it is to Gagliano, strike called at the knees. A fastball at the knees, and Gagliano took it. You can see that Blasingame is very intent on keeping the ball down. A single and a walk have given the Cardinals a chance. The pitch. On the way, and Phil takes it low, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike. All 4 pitches to Gagliano have been down, and the count has gone to 3-1. Gagliano will have the hit privilege if it's in there. Trying to break this 2-2 tie in the 7th. The pitch is on the way. Strike called at the knees, 3-2. That pitch fooled Gagliano. He was off stride as it got up there. Now the runners will go. Mccarver will dash off second base, and Buschek off of first with the 3-2 pitch from Blasingame to Gagliano. 2 out, last of the 7th. The ball game tied 2-2. Capacity crowd at the new ballpark on opening night. The sign is given by Torrey. Blasingame still peering in. Now he's ready. Here a throw to first, and Buschek gets back. They had a pickoff play on, and Buschek barely got back. The first baseman, Thomas, was playing behind Buschek. It was a signal play. He dashed for the bag, Blasingame through there, and Buschek had to scramble back. He barely made it. He went in head first and almost was a little short with his dive. Okay, ready to go again. Here's the pitch. There go the runners. A high pop-up should end the inning. The first baseman, Thomas, waits. Everybody running. 2 out. He's got it. And the inning is over. Gagliano popped out to lead Thomas, and the Cardinals leave 2 on. They've stranded 4. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 walk, 2 left. At the end of 7. Still tied. Braves 2, Cardinals 2.
On a rainy day, the unexpected can be as close as your windshield wipers. A sudden shower can hide a stop sign, blur a busy intersection, or keep you from seeing that car just ahead of you. The unexpected. What could happen if you meet it through a bad wiper blade? Will you see it and be able to stop? At Sunray DX, we anticipate the unexpected and try to keep your car ready for it. When a DX dealer cleans your windshield, he checks for worn wiper blades. It just takes a moment, but it could give you that extra split-second jump on the unexpected. Anyone can spot a bad wiper blade on a rainy day. We do it on the sunny ones because we know it's important to you. Let us take care of your car and show you why Sunray DX is the oil company known by the customers we keep.
Stallard comes on in relief in a 2-2 ball game. And he'll have Alou, who hit a homer to tie it in the 6th. Geiger, who's had a perfect night, 3 out of 3. And Geiger's from our part of the country, and you know, everybody around Southern Illinois is taking enjoyment out of his performance here tonight. 2 doubles and a single. Here's Philippe Alou, Stallard's first pitch. Fastball low and inside. Stallard, appearing in his 8th game, has pitched 9 2/3 innings with a 6-run ERA. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Low outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strike. We've reached a point now, very little return in the final innings, where a run is so big. Getting cooler, it's about 52 degrees now. Stallard's pitch on the way, and here it is. And there it goes! No doubt about it. Almost hit the scoreboard. So Stallard's contribution on the very first man he faces, a tie-breaking home run that almost was hit into orbit. I thought sure it was going to hit the scoreboard. Well, that didn't take long, did it? Here now is Gary Geiger. And the Redbirds trail 3-2. Geiger, left-handed batter, the pitch. It's a strike. Fastball in there. 1 strike and no ball. In 9 innings of relief, Stallard's permitted 3 home runs. When a relief pitcher allows home runs, you know you're in trouble because he only comes in the late stages or game situations. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, the Redbirds will have Javier, Shannon, and Flood coming up in the 8th. So Cepeda, Smith, and Alex Johnson also are sure to come up before this game is over. Now the pitch. Curve low. 2 balls and a strike. We're in the 8th. Redbirds trailing. Now the wind and the pitch. Low inside, ball 3. He's behind him too. He fell behind Alou, 2 balls and nothing. Laid one about belt high, and Alou almost hit the scoreboard. Now he's 3-1 on Gary Geiger, the second man to bat in the inning. Left-handed hitter digging in. Stallard's wind up and pitch. He walked him, ball 4. Here's Henry Aaron coming up. The crowd not too happy about Stallard's performance so far. Here's Henry Aaron. Flied out, walked, and bounced out. High fly ball into center. Flood's got a long way to run. He's coming in, makes the catch. Aaron flied to Flood, 1 out. That'll bring up Joe Torre. Yeah, nice wire from the McCarthys and the Davenports here. Yes, sir, there's some ballpark here. Where do you see it for the first time? Be great to pull this one out of the fire, and they got 2 big innings to do it. And here is Torrey waiting, and Stallard throws over to first base and runner back. The runner at first base is Gary Geiger. Top of the 8th. And now Stallard's pitch on the way. Swung on a ground ball to Charlie Smith's left. Knocks the ball down, picks it up, throws, gets him anyhow. Nice play. Torrey rolled to Charlie Smith. Fumbled the ball for a moment, but picked it up while on the run and threw him out. That'll bring up Lee Thomas. And Red Shandies comes out. Stallard hasn't been throwing the ball very hard out there. And I think Red wants a new pitcher. Wants a left-hander brought in here to pitch to Lee Thomas. And Joe Harner, a left-hander, who in batting practice tonight hit one out of this ballpark, and he was very proud of it. Harner, a pretty good hitter. Although we seldom get a chance to see him hit in a ball game, and as much as he only pitches in spots in relief. From Dubuque, Iowa, Harner comes in to pitch to Lee Thomas. All right, here is Lee Thomas and Joe Harner's first pitch. There's a ground ball to Javier, up with it, over to first, out of the inning. Harner made one pitch and got out of the inning. One run, though, and what a big one. One hit, no errors, one left, and we go into the bottom of the eighth. Atlanta 3, St. Louis 2.
Busch, the best popular priced beer in America, and we can prove it. Visit the Anheuser-Busch Brewery and see how Busch is brewed with costly grains, choicest hops, and natural in-brewed carbonation to bring out all the full, fresh flavor. Busch, the best popular priced beer in America. Have a glass. Or visit our St. Louis brewery, and we will prove it.
Billy Odell is replacing Wade Blasingame for the Braves, who have a one-run lead going to the bottom of the eighth. Digger Odell, who always pitches effectively against the Cardinals, takes over. Billy Odell. Here's the wind, and here's the pitch. To Javier, and it's outside. Javier has been hitless, nothing out of 3. Billy Odell in relief.
Made one other change in the outfield. Marty Keogh's in left, Harry.
There's a high pop foul coming back this way, and we might get one here before it's all over. 1 ball, 1 strike. Javier, Marty Keogh is now playing left field. Philippe Alou did 2 homers here tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the pitch to Hooley. A bouncing ball to Matthews. He's got it. That ought to be easy. Here's the peg. He gets him 1 away. Javier bounces out to Eddie Matthews, and here's Mike Shannon. 1 gone. The Braves lead 3-2. Shannon's had a good night, 2 out of 3. If those people who have been watching the game out of the stadium, so here's a pitch lined up the middle. It's going to hit through there for a hit. Shannon breaks his bat with a single to the short center. Bowling recovers the ball. And here's Flood now. Those people watching the game in the Stadium Club have been enjoying liquid refreshments all night. They're not going to much care who wins. Here's Flood with 1 out and 1 on. That was Shannon's 3rd hit. The pitch to Kurt. Popped it up on the infield in foul territory, and Joe Torre, Lee Thomas, they collide, and Torre holds the ball. So it's all up to Cepeda. Juan Marichal just pitched another shutout. That's 7 in a row for him. Now, Cepeda the batter. The score 3-2 in favor of Atlanta. Orlando getting set, the stretch. There's the pitch. It's a high drive, center field, but it's going to be caught. And it's an easy out. Cepeda flies out to center, to Geiger, and it is 1 hit, no runs, no errors, 1 left. At the end of 8, Atlanta 3, St. Louis 2. Here now, Joe Harner facing Eddie Matthews. Here's the pitch. And it's a curveball low and outside. The Cardinals will have one final chance, and it'll be Smith, Johnson, and Mccarver due up in the ninth. There's a fastball at the knees to Eddie Matthews.
Bobby Bragan has placed Marty Keogh in the 9th spot, and he is going to hit Odell in the 1st spot, as he obviously made his move in an attempt to get a little more power in here in the 9th.
The pitch to Matthews, swung on. A little pop fly. Buschek going back. On the grass, he has it. Matthews popped to Buschek. That's 1 out. And here's Frank Bowling, the second baseman. He's 0 for 2. Each team has had 6 hits. And the difference has been the home run bat of Philippe Alou, celebrating his 31st birthday tonight. He homered off Washburn in the 6th to tie it up. And then he homered off Stallard in the 8th. There's a strike call to put the Braves into their present 1-run lead. 1 out. Ball game in the 9th. The pitch to Bowling. Ground ball, Javier to his left, up with a nicely. Over to first in time. Nice play. Javier went a long way to his left. That'll bring up Woody Woodward, the shortstop. He's nothing out of 3. Joe Harner in relief has done his job, but the damage had been done. Alou greeted Tracy Stallard with a home run. The first man to face him in the 8th, and that's the difference. Here's the pitch. Strike at the knees call. 1 strike and no ball. 2 men are out. 3-2 Atlanta. Here's the pitch on the way. He foul tip. The Cardinals will have the lower part of the batting order. Charlie Smith, Alex Johnson, and Tim Mccarver coming up in the 9th. Can they put on a rally and pull this one out of the fire? A cool evening, but it's been a historic evening in St. Louis. Low outside. 2 strikes and a ball. Boy, you can imagine how proud men like Gussie Busch and Jim Hitchcock and Dave Calhoun and there's many other associates. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Cepeda coming over. Under the ball. And he has it. Woodward foul to Cepeda. And it's 1-2-3, nothing across. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Atlanta 3, Cardinals 2.
Baseball's a game of timing. Hitting, base stealing, the double play, all depend on timing. Busch depends on timing, too, to make a better beer. We give Busch enough time to carbonate itself slowly and naturally. This in-brewed carbonation makes Busch a smoother, more natural-tasting beer. Of all the popular priced beers in America, only Busch has in-brewed carbonation.
All right, here it is, the first pitch to Charlie Smith. It's a strike call, the fastball, belt high. Billy Odell allowed a broken bat hit to Shannon in the 8th, and that's all. Now he's got Charlie Smith up there. Here's the pitch. He swung and he missed the screwball. And he missed that one a mile. 2 strikes, no ball. All game in the 9th. 3-2 Atlanta. Redbirds led 2-0 earlier. Now the signal given. There's the pitch. He struck him out swinging. Smith goes down swinging. Here's Alex Johnson now, nothing out of 3. And Alex is due. His average going into the game was 192. 1 out, nobody on base. There's the pitch on the way. There's a drive to left field. There's a hit. And here's Johnson around first. He's going to try for second. He's going to make it. Save, standing up. Marty Keough didn't field the ball cleanly, and Alex Johnson never did hesitate. It's a double for Johnson. And now we got a shot. Takes a base hit with 2 men coming up. Mccarver and Busch to have a chance to tie. McCarver's 0 for 3, facing Billy Odell for the first time. They're bringing Marty Keough in, very shallow and left. Mccarver digs in. We need a base hit to tie it, and this crowd has come to life. Odell gets ready. Pick off play at second base. Safe. Oh, and it was close. As Odell whirled and fired to Woodward. We need a base hit to tie it in the bottom of the 9th. Mccarver digs in. Busch will be next. Here's the stretch. Now the pitch. Popped up in foul territory, out of play. Strike 1. 1 strike and no ball. Odell crowded Mccarver with that one. Jammed him, as it were. Mccarver hitless. Cardinals need a base hit. Woodward doing a good job of holding Johnson close. Now the signal given. There's the stretch. The hesitation. The pitch to Mccarver. Ground ball to the second baseman. That'll be easy. Over to first in time. Alex Johnson goes to third. It's all up to Busch now. The tying run at third with 2 out. Busch drove in scored a run, rather, in the 3rd. 2 men are out. Alex Johnson, the runner at third. Billy Odell gets ready. Bob Gibson would be the pinch hitter next. Now the delivery. Swung and he missed. Strike 1. 1 strike, no ball. The tying run at third. 2 out. Busch gets set. Eddie Matthews guards the line at third. There's a pitch. Low inside, and that evens it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Does this guy ever make a wild pitch? Could sure use one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Billy Odell ready. Now the pitch. Swung and he missed. Strike 2. Now when he falls in the hole, 2 strikes, you're in trouble. Come on, Jerry, just a little piece. Jerry Busch waiting. Here's the windup, the pitch. A little pop fly. Shot right. It might drop. It does. The game is tied. A little pop fly over the first baseman's head. Holy cow. And that will look like a streaming line drive in the box score. A bloop pop fly just behind Lee Thomas. And the score is tied. Bob Gibson, the pinch hitter here for Joe Harner. Buschek with his second hit. There's the stretch. The pitch. High and inside, ball one. Billy Odell is really mad about the whole thing now. Within one pitch. And Buschek hit a little pop fly over the first baseman's head. Pitch to Gibson. Tried to stop his swing, but he had gone around. 1 ball, 1 strike. Javier would be next. Now the signal. This crowd got a roar out of that. Pitch to Gibson. Swung and he missed. Foul tip making. Strike 2. 2 strikes and a ball. I guess everybody up in that stadium club just ordered another round. There's the pitch. Ground ball into left, the base hit. Buschek around second. He's going to try for third. He's going to make it. Sliding head first. And here's Javier with a chance to win it. Gibson is 8th hit this year in 24 times at bat, which is a .333 batting average. When he goes into talk contract next winter, he'll talk 2 contracts. One as a hitter and one as a pitcher. Oh, to win it right now. Javier. Runners first and third. Billy Odell gets set. Time call. Oh, what thrills on this first night. You couldn't want more excitement. Wherever you're listening, we hope you're enjoying it. Billy Odell gets ready. Here's the pitch to Javier. Ground ball on the third base line. Long peg by Matthews. The inning is over. Matthews throws out Javier from deep third, and it's 1 big run. 3 hits, no errors, 2 left, and the first ball game ever to be played in this beautiful new stadium will go into extra innings. At the end of 9, Atlanta 3, St. Louis 3.
Beer? Busch. You can't say beer better than Busch. When it's time to take it easy, time for a beer, you can't say beer better than Busch. Because Busch is brewed the way beer was meant to be brewed, by Anheuser-Busch, the people who care as much about good beer as you do. So when it's time to take it easy, time for a beer, make it Busch. You can't say beer better.
Well, let's take a look here at the 10th inning. They will have Marty Keough due to be the first hitter, but they're going to pinch hit for him. Looks like Rico Carty, right-handed batter. That's who it is. Rico Carty will be the pinch hitter for Marty Keough. So Woodward will have Carty, then Odell, and then Geiger to pitch to. Hal Woodward, the new pitcher. So that bloop single by Jerry Buschek takes Tracy Stallard off the hook. He can't be the pitcher of record. Neither can Joe Harner, who retired 4 men in a row and again did a fine job. And well, I tell you, that Harner keeps doing everything expected of him. And Ray Washburn, although he can't be rewarded with any victory, can't lose either, although he was never on record from that standpoint because he never was behind. And here's Rico Carty, a pinch hitter. I still have a feeling this game's going to end with Cepeda hitting one out of sight. The pitch to Carty is low. Carty hitting .253. No homers, 8 RBIs. Struck out 10 times and 75 times at bat. Big, strong, and fast. Here's the pitch on the way. Ground ball right back to Woody. He's got it. Flips it over to Cepeda for the out. One away. That'll bring up Philippe Alou. See, Alou stayed in the ball game with Keogh going in there, or from the announcement we got. And Alou swings and foul tips. Philippe, happy birthday and all that jazz, but forget it, baby. You've had enough. Who did Keogh replace? Well, it was Henry Aaron who left the ball game. Alou is still in it. Here's a pitch on the way. A tap fouled off to the left. Henry Aaron left, and Marty Keogh came in, replacing Alou in left. Alou then switched from left to right. And whatever happened to our PA system in the radio booth?
Just told us, Harry, the reason that Alou left the ball game, or rather, Aaron left the ball game and Alou moved to right, is Hank has an upset stomach.
Here's a pitch on the way. Ground ball. He won't hit any homer this time. Javier's got it over to first in time. So they finally get that Philippe Alou out. And his fellow Dominican, Julian Javier, throws him out. With 2 gone, here's Gary Geiger. Looking ahead to the Cardinal 10th, it'll be Shannon, Flood, and Cepeda. There's the pitch now, and Geiger takes a fastball inside and high. 1 ball, no strikes. We've got a thriller here. Redbirds on a bloop single with 2 out, tied it up in the 9th. There's the pitch. Strike at the knee. And that's why managers moan about hitters striking out. Their theory is if you're hitting the ball, sooner or later you're going to get a break. One will take a bad hop, or somebody will drop one or fumble it. Or you bloop one. And here's one where Jerry Buchek just blooped the ball off the end of the bat, and it just dropped behind Lee Thomas. He couldn't reach it. 2 balls and a strike. Gary Geiger, the batter. Odell, the way the lineup is, will be the next hitter. 2 balls and a strike. Geiger, who's had a perfect night. The windup of the pitch. Strike 2. And that evens it up. Geiger singled, doubled twice, and walked. 3 out of 3. What a night this has been. To top it off, we've got to win this ball game. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Low outside ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Geiger. 2 men are out in the 10th. Digger Odell due to be the next batter. They could go for a pinch hitter. They have Gene Oliver sitting on the bench. Here's a 3-2 pitch. He struck him out. Geiger goes down swinging. 1, 2, 3. And we go into the bottom of the 10th with a chance to win it here. The score, Atlanta 3, St. Louis 3.
One ball game still being played in addition to this one. It's Washington at California. 0-0 ball game. Phil Ortega going for Washington, and for the Angels it's Marcelino Lopez. Other ball games, Minnesota upended the Yankees' drive for their 4th in a row. Camilo Pascual was the winner. Fritz Peterson the loser. 4-3 as the Twins won it. Detroit at Cleveland rained out. And in the other ball game, or the other two clubs in the American League, Boston and Kansas City, neither one of those ball clubs was scheduled. Chicago beat Baltimore 5-3. Jack LeMahieu, the winner in relief of Howard. And it was Eddie Watt, the losing pitcher in that ball game. Kurt Blefary had a home run in the ball game for the losers, for the Baltimore Orioles, as they lost it 5-3. Philadelphia defeated the Dodgers 5-1. San Francisco 3-0 over Pittsburgh. Houston at New York rained out, not scheduled. Cincinnati at Chicago. And look out for that Houston ball club. They've won 11 of their last 14, and they are in second place. Giants, of course, won their 11th in a row, and Jack will give you all the particulars later on. But now we move to the last of the 10th inning, and a young fellow's had quite a night. He's going to lead it off for the Redbirds. It'll be Mike Shannon, followed by Curt Flood and Orlando Cepeda. And here's Harry.
All right, here's Mike Shannon with 3 out of 4. And here's Odell's first pitch. It's a fastball a little bit low. Odell, who throws a screwball and a sneaky fastball. He's a little quicker than he looks. He's a little guy. Originally a bonus pitcher with the Baltimore Orioles. 1 ball, no strikes. There's the pitch to Shannon. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Shannon, Flood, and Cepeda. And if anybody gets on, Charlie Smith. 2 balls, no strikes. Shannon waits. Digger Odell gets set. Now the pitch on the way. Fouled it back, and he had a good cut. Shannon, who really gets a good swing against southpaws. Two balls, 1 strike. Flood will be next, and then Cepeda. Now the signal given. There's the pitch. A bouncing ball to Eddie Matthews. He's got it across the diamond in time, and Shannon bumps into Lee Thomas, who had to come off the bag to make the grab. Well, he was in the way. You're entitled to hit him. Here's Flood, 1 gone. Cepeda would be next. Now the windup by Odell, the pitch. There's a drive, foul into the left field corner, out of play. Well, straighten out, that would have been far enough. It's 330 down each line, 386 in each left center, and 410 in direct center field. 1 out, nobody on. There's the pitch. He threw it over Flood's head back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kurt drove in a run in the 3rd inning. Carty's playing left field now. Allou's in right. Geiger in center. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that's that screwball high and outside. He almost chased it. Rico Carty playing left. Philippe Allou's in right. Gary Geiger in center. 2 balls and a strike on Curt Flood. There's the windup and the pitch. High, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Cepeda would be next. Now the signal given. Here's the pitch on the way. High, he walked him, ball 4. Here's Cepeda now. The winning run at first with 1 out. Come on, Orlando, hit one between them. Got a very fast man at first base. Odell gets ready. He got Cepeda to fly out in the 8th. There's Flood a lead. Here's the stretch. And the pitch to Cepeda. High inside. 1 ball and no strike. Cepeda waves that bat, holds it back now. Here's Flood a lead. Now the pitch on the way. Outside and high, ball 2. Charlie Smith would be next. 2 balls, no strikes. Boy, it's gotten cool here. About 50 degrees. Now time is called. Let's see what's wrong out in right field. Andy Freeman comes out. Something's been thrown out on the field. Two balls, no strikes on Cepeda. Billy Odell's pitch. Ball 3 is high. 3-0 now. And he looks down. They might turn him loose, because it takes an extra base hit to win it anyhow. With a runner at first and 1 away. Cepeda digs in. Flood a lead. 3-0 pitch. Base hit like a bullet into left field. Here's Flood around second. He's going to hold up. Cepeda lined one into left. And the winning run is at second base with 1 out. And here's Charlie Smith. What a thrilling, exciting night. And here comes Bobby Bragan out. That might be all for Billy Odell. 2 right-handed batters coming up. Charlie Smith and Alex Johnson. And a huddle around the mound. Cepeda on 3-0. Really rifled one into left field. That's going to be all for Odell, it looks like. And let's see who they're going to bring in here. They have a knuckleballer they use in relief a lot, Phil Necro. They have Chichi Olivo. They have Dennis Carroll, all right-handers. Hank Fisher, a right-hander. Ken Johnson's going to pitch tomorrow night. They are going to make a change. They're flashing the location of branch ticket offices. And let's see who the new pitcher is going to be. Cepeda walks off the field now into the dugout for a moment. Well, here's a new man coming in. Looks like Olivo, doesn't it?
You know, you have to almost feel a little for the performance of Billy Odell, Harry, because he came within 1 pitch of picking up his 5th save on the year, as it appeared as though he got the ball just a little bit too far out over the plate on Jerry Buchek as he attempted to jam him. Looked as though the ball was down a little, but Jerry hung in there and hit the ball just over the outstretched arm of first baseman Lee Thomas to tie the ball game. And hard luck, 33-year-old Billy Odell, who was making his 14th appearance for Bobby Bragan, now comes out of the ball game.
And Olivo, a hard-throwing right-hander, will be the new pitcher here for the Braves.
So Odell leaves after 2 1/3 plus 2 hitters, and he allowed while he was in there 5 hits, fanned 1, and walked only 1. But should Flood score from second base, he would be the losing pitcher. And so Chichi Olivo, who has pitched a lot lately for Bobby Bragan, comes into the ball game, right-hander. The last time Olivo worked, well, as a matter of fact, he has worked in the last 4 straight ball games. Worked in the doubleheader against Cincinnati and worked in the final game against Cincinnati. Pitched 2 innings and held things down for Tony Cloninger, as Cloninger was the winning pitcher. Tony's record 3-3. So Oliva is there, and he is ready.
All right, and here's Charlie Smith, who's had 1 hit, 1 out of 4. Right-handed batter digging in. Olivo's first pitch. Curveball low and outside. O-L-I-V-A. Olivo. O-L-I-V. Oh, make it. Olivo. There's the stretch, the pitch. Popped it up. Short. Well, right on the infield. The shortstop. Woodward under the ball on the infield fly, and he has it. So let's see. Skinner is going to be the pinch hitter here for Alex Johnson. Skinner, a left-handed batter, comes out. Takes a base hit to win it. Bob Skinner, who's had 3 out of 14. 1 homer, 2 RBIs, batting .214. Skinner hitting here for Alex Johnson. Federico Emilio Olivo gets ready. He's in the Dominican Republic. The pitch to Skinner. He swings at a screwball and misses. Flood dives back in to second base. They have Alou in right field, who's in the Dominican. We have Javier at second base, who's from the Dominican. Juan Marichal from the Dominican pitched the shutout for the Giants today. There's the stretch and the pitch. Swung and he fouled it back. Strike 2. So Oliva way ahead of the hitter now. 2 strikes and nothing. The winning run's at second base, but there are 2 out. Olivo fooled Charlie Smith and got him to pop up. Olivo's 1-1 loss none. Here's the pitch swung. High drive in the left. That'll be an easy out. Carty getting under the ball, and he's got it to retire the side. So pinch hitter Skinner flies out, and the Cardinals threaten but don't score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. The Redbirds have stranded 7 in the last 4 innings, and at the end of 10, they're tied with Atlanta 3-3.
Been in a DX service station lately? Just about everywhere, big and bold, in plain view, you'll see 6 words, known by the customers we keep. And the man in charge, your DX dealer, promises to make them mean plenty to you. He promises to keep giving you extras, clean windshield, check oil, battery, water, to keep clean his restrooms and waiting area, to keep offering only the best products and services at fair prices, to keep up to date on the newest in car care, and to keep concerned about you, a friend he wants to keep as a customer. Drive in soon, wherever you see the red, white, and blue DX Diamond. You'll enjoy the many reasons why Sunray DX is the oil company known by the customers we keep.
Let's pause for identification. This is the Cardinals Baseball Network. And so we go into the 11th inning. Gene Oliver is going to pinch hit for the Braves. Oliver, a right-handed hitter, will bat for Chichi Olivo. Oliver, an ex-Cardinal. Oliver has had 3 hits so far this year and 21 times at bat. Batting .142, but always dangerous. Great power. Right-hand hitter waits. Now the windup in the pit. Low outside fastball.
Ollie had quite a statement before the game talking to Neil Russo. He said, you know, this stadium's so great they should make Gussie Busch the man of the year.
1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. Low, ball 2. It's Oliver, Torrey, and Thomas coming up in that order. And Oliver takes a look at the third base coach, Grover Riesinger. Here's the pitch. Line drive, fouled on the third base line. 2 balls and a strike on the right-handed hitter, Gene Oliver. Oliver, 31 years old now. 6'2", 215-pounder. Now the pitch. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike on the right-hand hitter, with Torrey coming up next. Oliver was swinging with 2-0, and so the indication is he'll be swinging with 3-1 if it's in there. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 11th, tied 3-3. Now the pitch. He walked in, ball 4. So here's Joe Torrey now. Dangerous right-hand hitter, and he's nothing out of 4 tonight. Lee Thomas, a left-hand hitter, will be next. Let's see if they're going to have a pinch runner for Oliver. Yep. Alomar, it looks like. Sandy Alomar. Running for Oliver, who walked. Here's Torrey digging in. The stretch and the pitch. He bunts down the first base line, foul for a strike. 1 strike and no ball. Santos Alomar from Puerto Rico. An exciting base runner. Fine fielder, but not much of a hitter. So Alomar carrying a lot of speed at first base. Joe Torrey, the batter, the stretch. Here's the pitch. There goes a runner. Swung, miss, or did he foul tip? As the runner breaks for second base and makes it, there's a foul tip. So that helped. 2 strikes and nothing on Joe Torrey, who chased a pitch into the dirt that time. Alomar, very fast, and he'll try to steal on you. Woodward getting ready. Joe Torrey, the batter. There's the stretch. And the throw over to first base, the runner's back. The pitch to Torrey. Double play ball. Javier up. Second one. First. Hey, great play by Cepeda. Double play. The throw was bad. Cepeda came off the bag, grabbed the throw with one hand, and tagged Torrey. So it's a double play. From Javier to Buschek to Cepeda. Cepeda had to come way off the bag to the home plate side and tag Torrey coming down the line. So it's 4-6-3, a double play. Here's Lee Thomas, left-handed batter, the pitch. Swings and he foul tips. 1 strike. Two men out. Let's take a look here. In the 11th, for the Cardinals, it'll be the lower end of the batting order, but they've been doing their bit tonight. 2 men are out. Lee Thomas, a left-handed batter, up there. Now the signal. Here's the pitch. Curveball low. And that evens it up with a ball and a strike. Top of the 11th, tied 3-3. A double play helped Woodward a moment ago. Now the delivery. Pulled it foul off to the right. Into the Cardinal dugout, which is on the first base side here in contrast to the old ballpark where it was on the third base side. 2 strikes and a ball on Lee Thomas. Those Giants won another one tonight. Marichal, another shutout. 7 in a row. He's 7-0 for the season. Now the windup. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 call. A beauty. Thomas called out on strikes. So it is. No hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 11th. Still tied 3-3.
Been a good ball game, as Harry told you, and as Jack told you earlier in the early part of the ball game. The Redbirds came up with 2 runs in the third. To recap it for you briefly in the event you missed it. Buschek got a base hit to open the third, and Shannon hit him around and in with a drive to right field that went for a triple. Then Flood singled him home, and the Cardinals, scoring with 2 down, led 2-0 on the RBI by Shannon and Flood. But in the 4th inning, Lee Thomas with a sacrifice fly drove in Gary Geiger, who had doubled to right, moved to third base on Joe Torre's ground ball and scored on the sacrifice fly, and that made it a 2-1 ball game. And it remained that way until the 6th inning with the Cardinals leading, but then Philippe Ballou hit one out of here to tie it up at 2-2. And moving further on, the Redbirds were unable to score until the 9th inning as Ballou came back to hit another one out. The second home run in the short history of this ballpark, as he hit his out in the 8th inning. And that was off Tracy Stallard. The first home run was off Ray Washburn, who started. Horner came on in relief and did well for an inning and a third. And Woodward is now in the ball game for the Cardinals as their pitcher of the moment. The Redbirds picked up the tying run as they trailed 3-2 in the 9th inning on the base hit by Jerry Buschek. Buschek hit a pop fly to right field and drove in Johnson with the tying run. That's the way she stands right now, as the Cardinals get set to move to the plate here in the last half of the 11th inning and look for their first victory in the new park.
And Necro, a knuckleballer. If you get a man on base against this fella, you can help yourself because he throws a lot of knuckleballs. It's tough for the catcher to handle. So a lot of bases are stolen on him. Phil Necro, 180-pounder, 6'1", 27 years old. Won 2, lost 3 for the Braves last year.
He too has worked a lot lately, Harry, as he has worked in 4 of their last 5 ball games. He had a day off in the final game against the Reds, which was won 8-1 by Atlanta, but in the doubleheader prior to that, he worked 2 innings in the first game, gave up 5 runs, and he worked 2 innings in the second game, gave up 3 runs. Actually 3 in the first game and 5 in the second. So he and Olivo have really worked a lot for Bobby Bragan, and he comes on now to pitch to Mccarver.
All right, Tim Mccarver, who's been hitless, leads it off. Well, I tell you, if you're from out of town, where do you come in to see a ball game? And try to make it over the weekend. Wait till you see what's happening to our downtown here in St. Louis. All sparked by this new stadium, which is just absolutely fantastic. A lot of great Cardinal attractions coming up, including the Braves here for the next 3 games. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, a 7 o'clock game, and Sunday afternoon. Mccarver leads it off. Necro throws knuckleball outside, ball 1. Mccarver's 0 for 4. Good spot to hit one. Now the windup by Necro, the pitch. There's a drive, deep right center, way back, but it's going to be caught by Alou at the warning track. Now there's one where this ballpark hurt us. At the old ballpark, that would have been a home run. 1 out, and here's Buschek, who blooped the single that tied up this ball game and gives the Cardinals a chance to still win it. Woodward will be next. There's a pitch. He dribbles one foul off to the left. 1 strike, no balls, 1 out. 11th inning, tied 3-3. You couldn't have written a script for a more exciting evening than this one. Right-handed batter, Busch. There's the pitch. He swung and missed a knuckleball. 2 strikes and a ball. Looking ahead. Now the pitch. Inside and high. Well, Jerry was behind with 2 strikes that last time when he got the base hit that tied it up. Negro. Knuckleball specialist. There's the pitch. Low outside. That evens it up 2 balls, 2 strikes. This fella throws hard knuckleballs and soft knuckleballs. 1 gone. There's the pitch. And a little tap down to the shortstop. Up with it. There's the peg in time. 2 away. And here's Woodward will bat for himself. Woodward, who's pitched 2 hitless innings, and fan 2. Looking ahead, he'll pitch to Matthews, Bowling, and Woodward next inning. Woody, a right-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. Eddie Mesher with us up here. Here's a curveball low and outside, taking care of the press as he, on the radio and the TV, as he always did in the old ballpark. Now the pitch is low, ball 2. A good friend, Emma Bach, who we missed from the old ballpark, is on hand here. There's a strike call. 2 balls and a strike. Woodward the batter. Negro's pitch. And he sliced it foul into the stand. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, I hope you'll be with us tomorrow night or Saturday night. Where did you see this ballpark? 2-2 pitch. Fly ball left center. That might be between them all the way to the wall. Woody's around first. On his way to second. He's around second. He's going to hold up. A double for Woodward. And boy, he's out of breath. Woodward doubled between them. And here's Javier with a chance here to win it. Hooley made the final out in the 9th. And say he's coming back to pick up the rosin bag. Javier will be the batter. A base hit here would win it. Woodward with a double to left center gives the Redbirds a chance. And that was Woody's first time at bat. They're going to walk Javier intentionally to get to Shannon. Javier is being intentionally passed. That'll bring up Mike Shannon, who's 3 out of 5 tonight, and a chance to be a real hero. So Javier at first, Woodward at second. The Cardinals aren't substituting for Woodward because they want to keep him in there with Matthews leading off. Swung and he fouled it back, strike 1. Shannon fouled the first pitch back. Woodward in his first time at bat, double. Now Javier has been intentionally passed, and here's Mike Shannon. The stretch, the pitch. Popped it up. That'll be it. Second baseman Bowling back, and he has it. And again, the Cardinals leave 2 on. So it's 1 hit, no runs, no errors, 2 men left. And the Redbirds in the last 3 innings have stranded 6. In the last 5 innings have stranded 9. And at the end of 11 innings are tied with Atlanta 3-3.
Big cars. Small cars. Long cars. Short cars. If cars could sing, they'd get together at their DX station for a little harmonizing. While they might try a new song, they'd wind up singing the praises of their one and only DX Super Boron gasoline. Cars are partial to Super Boron because it gives them cleaner engines, smoother firepower, extra mileage. Yes, Super Boron does great things to keep a quartet in tune. Some of our best customers are cars because they can get Super Boron only at the DX Diamond. No wonder Sunray DX is the oil company known by the customers we keep in perfect harmony.
If the Cardinals can hold them here, in their half of the 12th, they'll have Flood, Cepeda, and Smith. And if anybody would get on, Brock. Certainly the best part of their batting order. Cardinals have out hit them 11-6. Boy, we've really stranded some men. They've only left 5 men on base. The Cardinals have left 6 in the last 3 innings and 9 in the last 5 innings, and a total of 11. So here's Eddie Matthews, and here is the real long ball threat in this inning. Matthews 1 out of 4. Woodward getting ready. Rock is playing left. Flood's in center. Shannon's in right. Mila. Here's the pitch. Curveball low. 1 ball, no strikes. Matthews out on strikes, lined hard to right, singled and popped up. Woodward's pitch. Low, ball 2. He walked the leadoff man in the 11th and got out of it when Torrey grounded into a double play. 2 balls, no strikes here. Eddie Matthews. And the pitch. He swung and he missed the fastball. 2 balls and a strike. Now the delivery. He swung and he missed again. Strike 2. And it's evened up 2 balls, 2 strikes. Frank Bowling will be up there next. Matthews leading off for the Braves in the 12th. Now Woodward's pitch on the way. Low, ball 3 inside, and the count is 4. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Woodward gets set. The 3-2 pitch to the left-handed batter is on the way, and he walked it. And here's Bowling, who can handle the bat. Frank Bowling sacrificed in this sort of a situation in the 7th. Right-handed batter up there. Woodward gets set. Now the stretch. Matthews will lead. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. Bunt and run play. And he bunts foul. They hit and run with the bunt on. Want to make sure they got him down there. Javier goes in to talk to Woodward. Matthews was breaking. Braves play daring baseball. Now Matthews will lead. The throw to first. He's back. Let's see what Bowling will do here. He might put a hit and run on. There's a pitch. He's going to bunt. And he misses. Strike 2. 2 strikes and nothing. Mccarver behind the batter there, giving the sign, looking at the third base coach, Grover Riesinger. They want to try to anticipate if there's a hit and run. Bowling will be trying to advance this man. There's the stretch. And the pitch. Ground ball, might be a double play. Javier to second, one over to first. Wild throw. Now the runner makes a turn and throw it. Tim. Safe. Matthews is forced from Javier to Buschek. Buschek's throw was bad, trying for the double play. Mccarver recovered the ball as it bounced off the wall and hesitated a moment, not knowing that Bowling had made the turn. And then threw, but just a little late. All right, here now is Woody Woodward. He's 0 for 4, right-handed batter. No error charge on that. The stretch, the throw to first, the runner back. Woodward, another one of these bat handlers, as they call him. Likes to hit and run, could hit behind the runner, likes to bunt. The stretch, the pitch. There goes the runner, swung on. Ground ball, the only play will be to first base. He's out. They have the lead run at second with 2 away. And Rico Carty's going to be the batter. Carty, who came into the ball game as a pinch hitter in the 10th. And let's see what the Cardinals are going to do here. They're talking things over. Philippe Alou is next. So it's up to Woodashik here to get Carty out. Rico hit one sharply right back at Woodashik his last time up. Right-handed hitter. Woodashik gets ready. The stretch, the pitch. Low outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Hard to see if there's anything going on in the bullpens from here. Now the pitch on the way. Low outside, ball 2, and Philippe Alou is next. 2 balls and no strikes. You know Carty will be hitting if the pitch is good. Woodashik gets set. There's the stretch. There's the pitch. Ball 3 outside. 3 balls, no strikes, and Alou, who's done all the damage. Homer in the 6th, homer again in the 8th. Celebrating his 31st birthday tonight. The 3-0 pitch, and they better be careful on this one. Here it is. Carty takes ball 4. Here comes Red Shandy down now. Let's see what's going to happen. Don Dennis. Dennis, a right-hander, will come in to pitch to Philippe Alou.
Big cars. Small cars. Long cars. Short cars. If cars could sing, they'd get together at their DX station for a little harmonizing. While they might try a new song, they'd wind up singing the praises of their one and only DX Super Boron gasoline. Cars are partial to Super Boron because it gives them cleaner engines, smoother firepower, extra mileage. Yes, Super Boron does great things to keep a quartet in tune. Some of our best customers are cars because they can get Super Boron only at the DX Diamond. No wonder Sunray DX is the oil company known by the customers we keep in perfect harmony.
Alou hitting .289. The stretch, the pitch. Here it is. He had a cut, and what a cut. Oh, boy, was he going for it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boy, when a guy takes a cut like that, you're even worried when he misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. Fly ball to right. We should be out of the inning. Shannon's there. He's got it. Alou flied to Shannon and right. And it's no runs, no hits. No errors and 2 left. And we go into the bottom of the 12th. And we'll have Flood, Cepeda, and Smith. And if anybody gets on, Lou Brock trying to win it here. With the score tied, Cardinals 3, Atlanta 3.
Well, next time you have a party and you're going to serve beer, Busch is the beer for you. Because you can't say beer better than Busch. And Busch, and handy, no deposit, no return bottles, is a party time favorite. These space savers store easily in the refrigerator, hold 12 full ounces, and cool fast. So let the gang get all the satisfaction ice-cold beer can give them by buying Busch in handy, no deposit, no return bottles. You'll enjoy the convenience and the price, and your guests will enjoy the Busch.
Beer?
Busch.
You can't say beer better than Busch. When it's time to take it easy, time for a beer, make it Busch. You can't say beer better than Busch.
Curt Flood to lead it off in the bottom of the 12th. Phil Necro's first pitch is a knuckleball low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Flood trying to get something started. He's had 1 hit, 1 out of 4. Drove in a run. Cepeda will be up there next. There's the wind, and now the pitch. There's a dry foul into the left field corner. He really ripped that one, but foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. See, the umpires. Some announcement about the umpires requesting him not to throw things on the field. 1 ball, 1 strike on Curt Flood. Well, we've had enough thrills. Let's win it here. Here's a pitch. Oh, it hit him. Hit by a pitch ball. That's a good pitch to take off the side of the helmet. A floating knuckleball. And there is Flood on at first base. He took it off the helmet. And here's Cepeda now. Let's see. Joe Schultz comes down the line. Cepeda doesn't know the sacrifice sign. He never has had a sacrifice in his life. So he's up there now, but that's the winning run at first base, and let's see what he does. There's the stretch. He's going to bunt it. Knuckleball low and outside. Ball 1. Ooh, I'd like to see him hit away the way they're moving. 1 ball, no strikes. Flood might try to steal it, too, with a knuckleballer like Necro. Look at the lead he's got, but he can get back now as Necro throws over to the first baseman who wasn't on the bag. Thomas had broken too quickly. Boy, the way they're charging, if Cepeda would bunt perfectly, he might bunt into a double play. 1 ball, no strikes. There's the stretch. He's going to bunt. Right in front of the plate. Throw down to second base, too late. Goes into center. Here's Flood around to third. Here's Cepeda trying for second. He's safe. Runners at second and third. Torrey threw low to second base. Cepeda, boy, that Flood, what a jump he had off first base. Here's Charlie Smith coming up now. And the Cardinals have a chance to win it. Torrey will get the air on the low throw. A sacrifice. A sacrifice for Cepeda. Flood had the play beat at second. And an air on Torrey. And now, Brock will be next. They're going to walk Charlie Smith intentionally. Smith will be intentionally passed. So Cepeda, in a sacrifice situation, bunts for a sacrifice. The low throw into center field enables Flood to go to third. And Cepeda, gambling, made second.
They give the error to Joe Torrey on the throw, Harry, and Cepeda. You know, a lot of people talking about that bad wheel, but he was really motoring, going around first into second. The Redbirds have the sacks choked. They need one to win, and the hitter will be Lou Brock.
Brock batting for the first time, and listen to the hand he's getting. There's a fellow rested tonight and might wind up breaking up the ball game. Lou Brock batting for the first time tonight, hitting .240 with 2 homers and 10 RBI. Mccarver will be up there next. The infield comes in. The outfield comes in. Look what that outfield is, because the long fly ends it anyway. There's the stretch and the pitch. He swings and misses a knuckleball. 1 strike and no ball. We need a fly ball, base hit, pass ball, wild pitch, air, anything. Hit batsman. Now the stretch. The pitch. Swung, and he missed another knuckleball. And Mccarver would be up there next. Brock's the key man, because you'd have a chance to get out of the inning with a double play with 1 out. 2 knuckleballs that Brock went for. He's just trying to meet that ball. Now the pitch. Ground ball fouled on the first base line. 2 strikes, no ball. Phil Niekro in relief. What a thriller we've had. I ain't going to top this one. And this is only the first game ever played here. Now the stretch. The pitch. Knuckleball, and Torrey had a dive for it. 2 strikes and a ball. The outfield, very shallow. Lou Brock, the batter. Mccarver would be next. Here's the stretch. The pitch to Brock. Tap up the middle, base hit. The Cardinals win it. The Cardinals win it 4-3. Brock just poked at the ball and hit it right by Niekro. It just trickled into short center, and the Redbirds win this one 4-3, and what a thrilling climax to a most magnificent baseball evening. The scoreboard shows the Cardinal victory. The message flashes on the board. Good night, drive home safely. And the Redbirds have beaten the Braves in 12 innings on Lou Brock's hit up the middle, 4-3. Speaking for our engineer, Charlie Scott, for our producer, Al Chance, for Jerry Gross and Jack Buck, this is Harry Carey, wishing you all a very pleasant good evening from the beautiful Busch Memorial Stadium, where the largest crowd ever to see a sports event or a baseball game in this state. 46,048 paid to see the Cardinals in a thriller edge the Atlanta Braves 4-3. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. See you tomorrow. So long, everybody.
St. Louis Cardinals baseball. Has been brought to you by Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, brewers of Michelob, Budweiser, and Busch. Visit our St. Louis brewery and see what makes them America's first family of beers. And by Sunray DX Oil Company and your DX dealer, who prove to you why Sunray DX is the oil company known by the customers we keep. This broadcast has been brought to you through the facilities of KMOX and Sports Network Incorporated.